Can I tell you the reasons why you keep attracting the wrong people in your life? You are one of the reasons. Yes, you. It all starts with you. I need you to ask yourself right now, how high or low is your self-esteem? Because that plays a role. Do you recognize your worth? Because if you don't, that also plays a role. How do you feel about yourself? I ask because your current relationships and reality of your life is a result of your thought process, because everything starts and ends with how you show up. It's time to self-introspect a bit. Do you accept yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you love and take care of yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you choose or celebrate yourself? Do you think you are deserving of good things? You see, if you accept your partner's poor treatment, it says a lot about how you feel about yourself, because ultimately we accept the love we think we deserve. Reason number 2, unresolved childhood traumas. Now, you see, childhood trauma is an umbrella term. It refers to any significantly distressing experiences you may have been exposed to as a child. A few examples include physical violence, sexual abuse, natural disasters, loss of a loved one, abandonment, moving from home to home, or any other event where you felt scared, helpless, horrified, or even overwhelmed. Because now I understand you'll experience life in different ways. What may be traumatic for me might not be traumatic for you. But what really matters is how you perceived those situations and how they made you feel. Now, childhood trauma can impact relationships because we learn about emotional bonds early in life. So when the people we depend on for survival hurt us or aren't even present, it can affect how we view human connection, and that can mess us up. Many of us struggle with trust. Many of us struggle with communication. Many of us struggle with bonding, and all of these things can go back to childhood trauma. Reason number 3, it will be my last one, your childhood programming. Now, we need to pay attention to this one. Why? Because you see, the repetitive nature of falling for the wrong guys or the wrong girls or picking the wrong partner highlights a deeper internal struggle. Let me explain. You see, much of what we learn about life and relationships, we learned from observing and interacting with our parents, siblings, relatives, or people that we grew around. Okay? Our parents or our primary caregivers were the greatest force in our lives because we spent so much time with them. So we learned automatic habits that we became comfortable with in life. Though we might tell ourselves that we are never going to be anything like our parents, we frequently find ourselves doing the same things they did. Why? Because it is familiar. You see, these familiar habits have become automatic, and we are people who find comfort in that which is known, automatic, normalized, or even familiar. It is not unusual for people to find themselves in relationships with men or women who are similar to their parents. Why? Because these are the people who were their first practice people. Further, if the parents were alcoholics, abusive, controlling, if they would yell, if they were physically or emotionally abusive, if they were absent, the young girl or boy in you automatically gravitates towards similar types of personalities, almost unconsciously. Although many parents may say, do as I say, not as I do, it is not unusual for children to do exactly like their parents or to choose people who are similar to their parents. So the need to pick what is familiar is something to pay attention to. So many red flags feel like home because they were normalized for us growing up. You will keep asking your friend or your relative, but why won't you leave that guy? Why won't you leave that chick? She's abusive, she's mean, she doesn't take care of you, he's never available, they are never present. But you see, these people will never leave. They will always stay because they grew up seeing that, so it became normal and familiar to them. But I want you to know that just because something is familiar doesn't mean it is healthy or even normal. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.